Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night or that sleepy moment before you fully awake in the morning and you just have this scathingly brilliant idea and you're like, oh, what do I do with this idea? I'm Donna Gilbert, and in this video I'm going to talk about what we do when we receive these spiritual downloads and how we move forward with them. Just about 4 years ago, I had one of those experiences. I woke up early in the morning and I just had this fully downloaded thought, an inspired idea of something I needed to create. And the word that came to me was Caliwynd. And it's funny, when it came to me, I wasn't quite sure if it was Caliwynd, ending with an N, or Caliwynd, ending with a D. And over the next few days, this name, this word, it just kept flitting in and out of my consciousness. Like, what does that mean? One moment when I was washing dishes or folding laundry, it came to me. Caliwynd is a frame of mind. It's a philosophy. It's an approach to life. I am Caliwynd. You are Caliwynd. Many others are Caliwynd. And would you like to know what this gift from the universe of Caliwynd is? Let me share that with you today. If you've looked at the name of this channel, it's Caliwynd Creates. My name is Donna. Who's Caliwynd? Caliwynd. C is courageous. C is curious. C is confident, capable, creative. Caliwynd is that first letter, the way that it starts, it is so powerful. What would C be for you? This is your opportunity to define and declare your own Caliwynd existence, your own philosophy. So what would C represent for you? Ooh, it just gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. There's so much power in that word. And the first word that popped in my mind was courageous. And I even have a series of 30 videos that I call my Bits of Bravery. And you can check that out. It's a playlist of stories of how I have been more brave than I thought possible in my life. And to fully embrace who you are as a unique individual, it takes courage. So perhaps my stories will inspire you to start thinking about your own stories and recognizing your own strength and courage. So let's move on. A, and. The power of the word and. It's a throwaway word. It's the start of run-on sentences. I'm very guilty of that. But the word and tells you there's more. You can be courageous, you can be curious, you can be confident, you can be capable, you can be creative. And there's more. What's your more? Do you ever stop to think about it? Do you ever consider what else is possible in your life? When we have these downloads from Source, from God, from our inner being, it's always telling us there's more. This is the law of attraction. This is abundance. There's always more. And is the power of more. L, light-hearted. And then I add the "ly" at the end. You'll understand why in a minute. L is light-hearted. L means we don't take life or ourselves or situations or other people too seriously. We look for the humor. We look for the opportunities to smile. That light-hearted, joyful, joy-filled way. This is the way we approach life. There's humor everywhere. So we take a light-hearted, less serious attitude, which releases the weight off our shoulders. It eases our burden, and it allows us to help others by lightening their spirit. Have you seen the movie Mary Poppins when they go to Uncle Albert's house? And he's always laughing and he's always floating up at the ceiling. And what do when they start laughing and giggling? There they go. They rise up. They lift. They're getting into that high vibration energy. And then when Mary Poppins looks at her watch and she says, well, it's time to go. And she starts talking about the serious things that weigh you down, that bring you back down. And yes, here as human beings on this earth, we need to be grounded. However, we also need to have that levity and that lightness that keeps us balanced between the weight of the earth and the light of the divine. We're not ready to go to the divine yet. Not ready. So lighthearted. Independent. Now, Caliwynd was a gift to me in July or August of 2020. So about 4 years ago. In my own growth since then, I would change independent to Sorry about that. The wind came in, blew my light down, blew my camera over. It's been a little bit of a catastrophe in here. This is one of the challenges living in a tiny 7 by 14 foot cargo trailer. So let's get back to independent versus interdependent. So this independent was just 4 years ago for me, where I wanted to be an autonomous self. And it was really important to me to break the ties of codependency, of seeking permission from other people, of asking and searching for their approval, of needing to give my approval to other people, to be their crutch, their enabler, by accepting some of their BS into my own life. So with Caliwynd came that declaration of independence. In the 4 years since, which is the result of breaking through that codependency cycle, is interdependence. And what this is that opportunity to say, I'm doing me. This is my life. These are my choices. These are my boundaries. This is my journey, my human experience. And you're welcome to have yours. If you're looking for my guidance and my feedback, I will gladly give it to you if you ask. But I don't feel the need to push my views upon you. And I believe this interdependence, this is where we are moving as a society, as a culture. I believe this is the next stage of humanity's evolution. It's seeing that we are one. Just because the color of our skin is different, our sexual orientation or identity is different, just because we have different circumstances and different beliefs about everything, doesn't mean that we're not all part of the same whole. So let's move on to the W. W is women. Now, before you start saying, well, Donna, you just talked about interdependence. You talked about we're all one. You talked about being okay and accepting everyone for who they are. And then you say this is women? Caliwynd is women only? Women. By this, I mean, and again, this was downloaded to me 4 years ago. Now I see the W, the women, as the feminine energy rather than the masculine. Now the difference here is the masculine energy is do, go, go, push, achieve. And it's it's the daytime sun energy, the productivity energy. And the feminine energy is more relax, enjoy, go with the flow, allow things to happen, give things time. You don't have to push. You can allow things to come to you. And it's so much easier. And so in Caliwynd, the W, women, is the energy, the feminine energy of community, of collaborating rather than competition. The Y is yen-joying. Yes, I made up the word. Woohoo! I made up a word. Yen-joying is a combination of the words yen and enjoying. Yen is that yearning, that deep longing for something more. And yen-joying is allowing yourself and accepting and being okay with yearning for something more than what you have. It's experiencing the contrast of what you don't have with what you do have, what you don't want, what you do want. And it's allowing yourself to desire it. And then the yen-joying, the enjoying part of it is to enjoy this discovery, the process of receiving it, of becoming the person who is energetically aligned to receive it. Yen-joying it, going with the flow. I'm running out of room here. N is new. Again, a powerful word. New, unspoiled, unconsidered, something you haven't had before, untouched. Allowing yourself to break patterns and do something different, something new. Yep, that's all I've got for that one. But when you match it with the D, directions, here directions are like on a compass. Are you going north? Are you going south? East, west, south, southwest? If you've always gone in the same direction, and perhaps you've always been driven by your career focus, and you start to realize this isn't really satisfying. A new direction is pivoting. Without sacrificing your financial stability, you slightly turn. Perhaps someone new has come into your life, perhaps a cause or a health issue. Something inspires you to go in a different direction, and you just follow that path without resentment, without regret, without doubts. You just say, I am being led here. Let's see where it goes. I began this video talking about what it means to follow inspired guidance. I had this download of Caliwynd in July or early August of 2020. On August 12th of 2020, I registered the domain so that I could have a website called Caliwynd.com. And I was just a few months ago, I went in and I was going to delete it. I was going to stop paying for it because nothing had come from it. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and I was tired of holding on to the old baggage. I put in the cancellation order. August 12th of 2024, it would have no longer been mine. And in early July, another ding. Use Caliwynd to inspire and encourage others. Use Caliwynd rather than my own name for my YouTube channel. And so my YouTube channel became Caliwynd Creates, because Caliwynd creates abundance. Caliwynd creates financial security. Caliwynd creates health and well-being. Caliwynd creates whatever it is you want to create. Caliwynd supports and. What does it mean to follow inspired guidance? It means trusting that these messages, these downloads in the early morning hours, there's something there. You may not act on it right away, but eventually the rest of the message and the purpose behind it will come to you. You're just telling your own future when you get these downloads. 4 years ago, I wasn't the person who was ready to make Caliwynd a global phenomenon. Ooh, that's a big word. Do I dare dream that big? You bet I do. Caliwynd is a state of mind. It was inspired, and you've received inspired messages as well. And my question to you today is, are you following them? What are you doing about it? Are you just discarding them and saying it's illogical, you don't know what to do with it? Or are you embracing it and investing in it and saying, I don't know what it's here for, but I trust. I trust that eventually it's going to happen. And it all starts with the big C. Are you courageous? Are you curious? Are you confident, capable, creative? You are definitely cute. I will give you that. You are definitely cute. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will type what you believe C stands for in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.